Hi Gemini, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to this January 2024 career reading. This is where we're going to look at your finances, your job, your career, and if you're thinking of changing careers, if you're thinking of trying to level up at your current position, if you are thinking of venturing out on your own, if you already have your own business, even if you are in retirement or considering how can you invest or how can you make your money grow, this is a really good reading to look at every month to see how it is to use the astrological energies in your favor, okay? Gemini, before I pull the cards, I do want to thank each and every one of you for your likes, subscribes, and comments. Thanks for giving my videos a thumbs up. Lets me know these readings are resonating with you. All right, Gemini, we're going to get right into it. I hope you all had a great holiday and you are ready to start a brand new calendar year. Do take a look at the description box below. I have highlighted all the important dates for the month of January, as well as included a link to the January monthlies that I have up in addition to these career readings, okay? All right, let's get right into it. You start off January week 1 with the Three of Swords in the upright, as well as the Death card, Scorpionic energy there, major arcana. Second week finds you with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, major arcana, and the Temperance, Sagittarius energy, more major arcanas. Third week, King of Cups in reverse, as well as the Emperor, Aries energy there, major arcana in reverse. And the last week of January finds you with the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Star card, Aquarius energy here, Star card in the upright. So my goodness, Gemini, lots of major arcanas. And I'll be honest with you, most of the signs have been getting at least like 3 to 4 major arcanas. And I do think that that's because we have so much potent energy, especially with all of these planets moving direct by the end of January. So that's really big. So let's go ahead and pull a card to sense what are the energies you were working with at the end of December 2023 to see what are the energies you are coming into this month with. And you have the Queen of Cups. So for many of you all, there was some type of emotional themes going on at the end of the year. This could have been dealing with the holidays. It could be you and a more motherly figure were having some conversations about where it is that you're going with your finances, with your career, with your job, how you're feeling about all of, the newness. I do sense that some of you have started a new job possibly in December, or you will be in January. And there's some conversations whether this is going to be right for you. You're kind of intuitively feeling a little overwhelmed, but I do think as you come into January, that's all going to change for the better. So that's really good to see. Let's go ahead and pull an overarching theme for the month of January. Spirit, where do you want Gemini to pay really close attention during this new year and new month? And you have light, number 19. So what gorgeous energy is that? So for many of you all, Gemini, this is going to be an opportunity for you to pay attention to where is it that you need to put more emphasis on what you are doing well as opposed to what you are not doing well, okay? Light is that energy of feeling what source is trying to help you gain as opposed to you looking at all of your wrongdoings, coming into a brand new month with a sense of like, you know what, I got this, I can do this. And I think that that Star card, which is the Aquarius at the end of the month, is going to show you where some of this light is. So beautiful energy there, Gemini. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the month as a whole. I'm going to spread these out a little bit so we get a little more space. So one thing that I am noticing here, Gemini, is that you start off the month with this Three of Swords and Death card. This to me is pointing towards some type of healing or somewhere that you're needing to let go of a mental anguish that has been not serving you. And Spirit is reminding you that during that first week, especially once we have Mercury moving direct on January 1st, please keep in mind that there's something that you need to let go of. Something is no longer serving you. And by the time you move to the second week of the month, if you can kind of get into this pace of like, okay, I need to rethink how I attempt, working at this position, or I'm ready to move into something new. Some kind of conversations this second week of January, when you have that new moon in Capricorn and Mercury enters Capricorn, pay attention to the people you are talking to. Some type of twist of fate is going to occur that second week. And that new moon in Capricorn, make your intentions of where you would like to go in your career, in your job, okay? By the time you get to this third week of the month, where we do have Pluto and the sun entering into the sign of Aquarius, there are some kind of conversations being had by the important people around you. Maybe it's the higher ups, maybe you're part of the managerial team. There's some kind of conversations here being had around how to think differently, maybe reorganizing how your company moves forward. Because by the time you get to this last week, where we have that full moon in Leo, Uranus retrograde ends in Taurus, expect some big changes, some big announcements being made at the end of January, okay? So let's go week by week, Gemini. That was kind of like a broad overview. I do think that many of you all are coming into a realization as Mercury stations direct on the 1st and Mars enters Capricorn on the 4th. Really pay attention to where is it that you're like holding on to conversations and old wounds that are no longer serving you. Remember, Chiron stationed direct at the end of December. So this could be something that you've been holding on to for a while. Like, I think this way about my job, or I'm never going to make it this way, or I'm never going to make enough for me to do this. Get rid of those kind of conversations to yourself. Spirit is reminding you that you have all the tools that you need, but you're going to have to use you're really going to have to change your attitude. I'm hearing in 2024, Gemini, and this Temperance and Wheel of Fortune, these are two major arcana cards that are reminding you just need to find a balance in your thinking. There's some type of conversations that are going to come up that second week of January when Mercury enters Capricorn. Make new goals, make new plans on how to balance your work life and your personal life, or, if your health has been failing and you're because of your job, some type of intuitive insight comes to you that second week, and you may just fall into just a stroke of good luck. You meet the right person, you're at the right place. I do think by the time you get to that third week of the month, be prepared for conversations around who gets to rule certain groups of people happening during this week. I do think Pluto moving into the sign of Aquarius is huge energy around groups of people possibly thinking differently than they did in the past. And this Emperor and this King of Cups, both in the reverse, to me, there's a little at odds here. Everyone may not be on the same page. Be prepared for possibly some I don't want to say uprising, but just different groups of people possibly at your organization not feeling the same as the management, okay? And I do think by time you end January, this Aquarius energy really comes in for you, Gemini, and says, I need you to think differently than your group. I need you to figure out where is it that you can strike out either on your own or possibly pave a new direction for yourself. I do think, Gemini, that these intuitive thoughts could come in throughout the rest of probably into February, possibly early into March. I do think that this Queen of Swords in reverse, some type of announcement could come out that you're not too happy with, or maybe the group around you isn't too happy with. But I do think that you're thinking differently. And that full moon in Leo on the 25th and Uranus ending its retrograde in Taurus on the 27th, there's some type of major announcement that I think you're actually going to benefit from. And I think it's going to be something that shows you a new light, something that shows you something that you didn't know before. And I think that that's what this light card is symbolizing. Really take the time to figure out where you can find your own light and not just depend on your colleagues or your organization, okay? All right, Gemini, I think this is a huge month. I feel like kind of like overwhelmed by things that are going on for you. So I hope that this is a really good month. Sometimes I can feel it like in my chest when like there's a lot going on. So it feels like you all started off the month like kind of crazily, and you kind of work something out throughout the month. By the time you end it, it really looks beautiful. So I'm glad to see that. Okay, Gemini, well, I hope you all have a great January 2024. Leave me a comment below and I'll talk to you later.